Join me for this quick tune-up of mind, body, and spirit. Let's start with Stir the Pot, or Chakki Chalasana, one of my favorite warm-ups. I like to say Chakki Chalasana. It's a fun Sanskrit word. I like to stir about 15 rounds one way and then switch and go about 15 rounds the other way. As always, if that's too many rounds for you, stop at any time if you feel you've had enough. This stretches out your shoulders and your back, massages your internal organs, and it's just a fun warm-up. And again, I get to say Chakki Chalasana. Let's put the soles of our feet together for bound angle pose, or Baddha Konasana. One of my favorite hip openers. If you want to gently push your knees toward the floor a few times, you can, or you can skip that. I usually give my knees a gentle push toward the floor about 20 times. It helps relieve anxiety, mild depression, and fatigue. Only if you want to, you can hinge forward from the hips and fold forward. I like to use the Hakini Mudra over my head while I'm folded forward. It helps balance the two hemispheres of your brain, and it calms anxiety. Let's move on to table so we can transition into a few cat stretches. This is one I really like to do daily. I like to do it on my hands and knees like this, or you can also do it seated in a chair or even standing. Whichever way you choose, it helps you maintain the flexibility of your spine. It massages your internal organs, relieves low back pain, sciatica, and it calms stress. Let's sink down into down puppy, or Uttana Shoshana. It's a great stretch for the shoulders, the chest, and the upper back. And it's a stress buster too. Relaxing restorative pose. I could stay in this one a long time. Let's turn our toes under and push back into downward facing dog. One of the greatest stretches in all of yoga for the back of your body and a mild inversion. Ideally, when you're in downward facing dog, you have equal weight on your arms and your legs. It relieves stress and mild depression. If you want to stretch out your hamstrings, you can bend one knee while you straighten the other, alternating legs. And again, only if you want to, you can raise one leg into three-legged dog. And put that leg down and raise the other side. Anytime you're ready to safely come out of downward facing dog, simply drop to your knees and you're back in table. Let's lie down on our backs with our knees bent and both feet flat on the floor for Supine Pigeon. Place the right ankle on the left knee. If this is enough stretch for your hip today, stay here. If that's easy and not a challenge, raise your foot, thread your right arm through the triangle, interlace your fingers and gently pull back. Your hip will let you know how far to go and how long to hold the pose. Switch sides whenever you are ready. First, the easy version. If you want more stretch, you can raise the foot. Thread the arm through, interlace the fingers. You can straighten the leg and hold on the back of your thigh if you want less stretch. If Supine Pigeon provides all the stretch to your hips that you want today, repeat that. But if you want more hip stretch, let's move on to resting pigeon by going back to downward facing dog and stepping the right knee through between your two hands. Ease your torso down. Make fists and stack them one on top of the other, and use your two fists as a prop for your forehead, and rest. This is one of my favorite poses for my home practice. When you're ready to switch sides, go back to downward facing dog and step the left knee forward between your hands and repeat on this side. Resting pigeon drains all my stress down into the floor. When you're ready, transition into pose of a child. I like to rest my forehead on my 2 stacked fists, and this one too. Alternatively, you can extend your arms out in front of you. Or if you prefer, you can extend your arms alongside your body. Personally, I prefer resting my head on my 2 stacked fists. If you're watching me on YouTube, hit like and subscribe. Scoop it all up. Keep it with you. Namaste.